The Jorogumo, the Spider Woman, a legendary figure of Japanese folklore who has captured imaginations for centuries. This mythological creature is as captivating as she is terrifying, embodying themes of beauty, deception, and danger. One of the most famous tales involves a woodcutter who comes across a beautiful woman. In Aizu, a part of Shizuoka Prefecture, there resides the stunning Jorogumo Falls. It is said this place was named after the woman herself. On a crisp autumn day, a woodcutter has ventured further than usual in search of fresh stores for the winter. When by chance he comes upon a beautiful stranger. She invites him to rest and offers him tea. Tired and chilled by the fall breeze, he politely accepts the invitation. While relaxing in the warm fragrance of the tea, enraptured as Jorogumo plays her koto, the man begins to doze, paying little mind to the tickling sensation near his hands. But as he drinks and sways to the sweet tone, he notices fine threads tightening around his wrists. Suddenly his wits return. With the strength gained from many seasons of woodcutting, the man easily frees himself from the fine silken threads. Realizing the danger, he dashes for the door only to find it blocked by now hideous spider-like creature. A quick scan of the cabin and the beautiful woman is no longer in sight. He finally manages to flee, leaving his tools behind. When he returns with a group of villagers, they find only a massive web and the skeletal remains of her previous victims. The story of Jorogumo originates from Japanese folklore and is deeply rooted in the Edo period between 1603 and 1868. The name Jorogumo translates to binding bride or horse spider, reflecting her deceptive nature and alluring facade. According to the legend, Jorogumo is a golden orb weaver spider that transforms into a supernatural entity after living for 400 years. This transformation grants her the ability to assume the guise of a beautiful woman, enabling her to lure unsuspecting humans into her web of death. Jorogumo is classified as a yokai, a type of supernatural being in Japanese folklore. While some yokai are mischievous or benign, Jorogumo is distinctly malevolent. Her origins may have been inspired by the natural behavior of orb weaver spiders, which ensnare their prey in silken traps. Over time, these behaviors were mythologized into the chilling legend we know today. Jorogumo's dual nature is central to her legend. In her human form, she appears as a stunningly beautiful woman, often dressed in elegant kimonos adorned with intricate patterns. Her beauty is mesmerizing and her charm is irresistible. However, this facade hides her true form: a monstrous spider with long, spindly legs, venomous fangs, and a body capable of spinning strong, deadly silk. Some versions of the legend blend these two forms, depicting her as a grotesque hybrid. In these stories, Jorogumo's upper body remains that of a woman, while her lower body is that of a giant spider. This duality symbolizes the tension between attraction and danger, a theme that runs throughout her tales. Her ability to switch between forms makes her a master of deception, ensuring that her victims rarely realize the truth until it is too late. Jorogumo is a master manipulator, using her beauty and charm to lure her victims. She often targets lonely travelers, samurai, or woodcutters who venture too close to her domain. Her lair is typically described as a secluded cabin or a serene area near waterfalls or forests, locations that naturally lower her prey's guard. Once her victims are ensnared, Jorogumo reveals her true nature. In some stories, she plays the koto, a traditional Japanese string instrument, to mesmerize her prey. The haunting melody lulls them into a trance, making it easier for her to entangle them in her silk. Once trapped, the victims are cocooned and left to be devoured at her leisure. Her cunning and predatory instincts make her one of the most fearsome yokai in Japanese folklore. The legend of Jorogumo carries rich symbolic meaning. On one level, she represents the dangers of temptation and superficial beauty. Her ability to lure men with her appearance and charm serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of succumbing to desire. In this way, Jorogumo reflects societal fears about feminine power and independence, themes that were particularly relevant during the Edo period. On another level, Jorogumo embodies the fear of the unknown and the unseen. Spiders are creatures that evoke a primal sense of dread in many people, and the idea of a spider that can disguise itself as a human taps into deep-seated fears. Her story also highlights the fragility of trust and the dangers of venturing into unfamiliar territory. Over time, Jorogumo's legend has transcended folklore, influencing literature, art, and modern media. Her enduring appeal lies in her complexity. She is not just a monster but a symbol of duality, embodying both allure and peril. Jorogumo's legend is filled with haunting and detailed stories that showcase her cunning and terrifying nature. Two of the most chilling accounts include the story of a samurai named Gengo Matsura who encounters a woman weeping by the roadside. She claims to be fleeing from a cruel husband and begs for his help. Suspicious of her story, Gengo sets a trap by pretending to escort her to safety. When they reach a forest clearing, he confronts her, revealing a hidden mirror that exposes her spider form. In the ensuing battle, Gengo's quick reflexes save him, and he slays the creature with his katana. In another tale, a wandering priest comes upon a serene pond and decides to meditate there. A woman approaches, offering him food and drink, but he senses something unnatural about her presence. Using his prayer beads and chants, he reveals her true spider form and banishes her, saving himself and future travelers. These stories highlight the recurring themes of wisdom, bravery, and the consequences of ignoring warning signs. They also showcase Jorogumo's cunning and the thin line between allure and danger. Jorogumo's influence has extended far beyond traditional folklore, finding a place in modern media. In anime like Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, and video games such as Nioh, she is reimagined with creative twists that blend traditional elements with contemporary storytelling. Some portray her as a tragic figure, cursed by her nature, while others emphasize her malevolence. In literature, Jorogumo often appears as a metaphor for the complexities of human relationships, particularly those involving deception or hidden motives. Her adaptability as a character ensures that she remains relevant, resonating with audiences across generations. Several locations in Japan are closely linked to the legend of Jorogumo, adding a sense of authenticity to her tale. Jorogumo Falls in Aizu is perhaps the most famous. The area's serene beauty contrasts sharply with its dark folklore, attracting visitors who wish to experience the eerie atmosphere firsthand. In Gifu Prefecture, the mountains are said to be home to golden orb weaver spiders, which locals associate with Jorogumo. Shrines in the region occasionally hold rituals to appease the yokai, blending folklore with spiritual practices. These locations not only keep the legend alive but also provide a tangible connection to Japan's rich cultural heritage. The legend of Jorogumo endures because it resonates on multiple levels. She is a cautionary figure, a symbol of duality, and a reflection of societal fears and desires. Her story reminds us of the dangers hidden beneath beauty and the importance of vigilance in the face of the unknown. Yet she also captivates us with her complexity, embodying both allure and peril. Whether you view Jorogumo as a monstrous predator or a tragic figure, her tales continue to fascinate and frighten audiences around the world.